We're going to explain what happens with this show, all right? You guys have seen regular stand-up sets so far. And what's happening next is what I talked about before, the verbal combat. Each comedian is going to come up here. They're going to be faced against another comic. They're going to have 5 jokes that go back and forth, 5 jokes. If it's a tie, the judges will decide afterwards who wins. We're all going to get input from them. If it ends up as a tie after the battle, it goes to sudden death. Okay? And then we're going to need some energy from you guys. When the battles start, I want everybody to go, battle, 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 right. Battle, battle, battle. Perfect. Perfect. This guy's ready. But when it starts, stop chanting. But then when it's a tie, you're going to chant, sudden death, sudden death. Sudden death, sudden death, sudden death. Hell yeah. But everybody do it, not just this corner of the room. I want some energy. So, you guys ready to get this started? All right, again, we'll go over the rules one more time, but let me bring up your first 2 combatants. They're both from Akron, Ohio. Make some noise. First up, he's the host of the shittiest open mic in town, Matt Farkas. His opponent tonight, the beauty to his beast. Make some noise for Amanda Elam. I tell you guys right now, this is going to be high energy, so get ready for it. All right, you guys got 5 jokes back and forth. You want to go first or second? Okay, so Matt's going to go first. We're going to do 5 jokes back and forth. We're going to go to the judges for their decision. You guys ready? Yeah! This is where we go. Battle, 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 battle. Roast them!
So Amanda actually took up rock climbing recently. It's not for like health or anything. She's just an alcoholic, and Acme put the cheap wine at face height so everybody can see. It makes me happy that Dick is so low because she would have just stuck to drugging dudes if that were the case. I mean, she still does, just not as a hobby anymore.
I like to imagine Matt has sex the same way he hosts a comedy show. Way too much talking. And nobody comes.
That's a good one. Thank you, Timu Kristen Bell, everybody. I've met some of Amanda's boyfriends. They're all kind of creepy, but it is weird when your demographic is guys who want to have sex with a kid but can't afford proper representation. They all say if you close your eyes and don't touch your face that it's just the same thing, but I'm just going to take their word on it, I guess.
Okay, the only thing that lasts longer than Matt's ramblings between other comics' sets are his man hugs. I lied. You know what lasts longer? The failing rooms he refuses to stop hosting.
6 years strong. 6 years strong. Oh. Amanda has been teaching yoga for a little bit. It's unfortunate. The only pose she can do at her stature is child's pose, but if you get her drunk enough, she'll do downward dog or spread eagle, which is every week.
Matt recently broke up with his girlfriend. He was tired of being the less masculine one in the relationship.
She had big shoulders.
But she did say, don't let the closet door hit you on the way out.
It always does. Oh. Amanda and the women in Amanda's family are so crazy and terrible. Her only daughter swore she would break the curse. And he's doing an excellent job at that right now. Yeah. She's such a bad mother that her only daughter transitioned thinking that being a poor white trash man in 2025 is a better option.
Matt's been trying to quit smoking forever. And we really hope he succeeds so he can focus on comedy. I'm sorry, focus on quitting comedy.
One day I'll quit them both. Oh. Amanda There's no good way to really reveal. Amanda's going to get a tummy tuck and a tit lift soon, which, I mean, we know why. But the thing is, what she doesn't realize is a tummy tuck isn't going to fix her shitty personality, her alcoholism, or her mental instability. The real problems.
Matt looks like he says please and thank you to strippers.
If I could afford him, I would.
That's 5! Make some noise for Matt and Amanda. All right, judges. Kyle, what you think?
This was a great battle between J.D. Vance and his mistress. Amanda, I didn't know you had a cock. Matt, you are kind of gay and you do hug longer. And also, you suck at roasting. Amanda annihilated you, I thought, so I'm going to give that to Amanda.
Big chair.
I just need those of you that are paying attention to this later in life to know we're not kidding about Matt running the worst open mic in the city. It is fucking terrible.
Check out Pharmacy this Sunday night. Highland Square.
So was your set. So I'm giving it to Amanda. Although, Amanda, if you're going to show toes, show all of your toes, not just 3 at a time.
Ooh, dude. I didn't know you were a toe guy.
I wish you would have stopped talking after you said she won. Yeah, Amanda won. Matt, I'm glad somebody finally brought up the hug situation. Just now that that's out there, that's cool.
I don't know what he's talking about that you can only see 3 of the toes. I'm right here, and the camel toe is right on display. 2 lips, no mercy. Amanda fucked me up pretty good, man. I feel bad that the biggest pop was the first joke. Like, the one thing this room really united on is you do not make anyone come. So I am giving it to the trans hamburglar. Well done.
All right, Amanda is your winner! That was a great first battle. You guys ready for your next one? All right, you guys have anything to add, or you want to get going? No, you said all right. All right, your next battle, we got a special exhibition bout. Your first battler is all the way from the wilds of Canada. Make some noise for Mitch D. Here he comes. He's making his way on stage. Mitch D. All right. Now, how's it going? And his opponent from Cleveland, Ohio, make some noise for DJ Johnson Brown. I think that's reversed, right? All right, you can see we got another juxtaposition up here. Because you came from Canada, I'm going to let you decide. You want to go first or second, big man?
I'd love to go first.
All right, he's going to go first. DJ's going to go second. 5 jokes again. You guys ready? Battle! Battle! Battle!
Before I get going, just want to say I'm not normally this big, but when I got to the border, they tacked on another 25%.
I love it. I love it. You look good with it, too.
DJ over here. DJ's taken so many blasts to the chin that he's constantly having to fight off post-concussion syndrome.
At least I can find my chin. Fuck you. Guys, my God, calm down. I want y'all to give it up for Jelly Roll. Yeah, and it's not just what he looks like, it's his lifestyle. Because, like, he be jelly rolling out the bed. He be jelly rolling in the bed. It's your life. I love it.
I'm more maple dipped and you're cream filled. DJ's mom moved to Japan because she had to move to the land of the rising sun. because here she was stuck in the land of her failing son.
That's cute. That is cute. You know, not everyone can live with their mom. Anyways. So, okay, I need you to walk me through something. On your roast battle thing, you said that you were gray romantic?
Yeah, I'm attracted to women. I just don't like them.
Nigga, you gay. Just come out the closet. Or I mean food pantry for you. Ask them for advice. I know they might have a thing or two about it.
DJ's so gay you can tell how old he is by counting the rings around his anus.
Oh my God! Now, y'all, I'm finna count his toes, and then we really gonna be in trouble. My God. Okay. All right. Mitch's dad had scoliosis and emphysema. Is that how you pronounce it?
Emphysema and silicosis.
Okay. Well, clearly, I don't know how to fuck to read. But you know what? It's fine, because now you're taking the family tradition of breathing too damn hard for no reason.
DJ's gay, and his dad died an alcoholic. The one thing they could always bond over is having to shit blood.
At least you could bond over it, too. I love it. OMG. Okay. So, like, you totally remind me of a mall Santa, but not because, like, you would work for one, but because you seem like you would wait, like, an hour or two to sit on a man's lap.
DJ lives in such a rough neighborhood, he's got to keep his rape whistle out all the time. And by that, I mean his prolapsed anus.
It's a good mating call. Oh my God, he's so crazy, y'all. OMG. So, you're 350 pounds,
yeah.
Under 6 foot,
Yep.
You have a broken back. You did make a debut on Brokeback Mountain. He was the mountain.
Doesn't DJ look like he fucks to yacht rock?
That's my joke. I should have saved you from yourself there. This was a really fun meet cute between these two right here. I know they got a future together. Judges, let's start with Keith. What are you thinking?
The battle America's been waiting for, HIV versus KFC. Oh, my word, Mitch Double D. Dude, Mitch is so fat, I had to come up with jokes for him, and I had to keep looking around. Oh, my God, you look like the fattest Proud Boy. That's, you look like you leaned to the right because diabetes took your left foot. And to Jay, you are just impossibly gay. Just... My word, between being that gay and that black, how hard can one man be abandoned by his father? Sorry. That was so goddamn fun. And I thought you guys were pretty necking whatever Mitch has for most of the battle, but that rising sun, failing sun joke was a fucking work of art. So I'm going to give it to Mitch, but great work, both of you guys.
Chris Paugh.
If I'm not invited to this wedding, I'm going to burn it down. The food at this wedding. Yeah. I thought Mitch won the count the rings on his anus. Jokes. I don't know what it means, but But then you referred back to his anus 3 more times. So, yeah, Mitch won.
Big Jeremy Shear.
I thought DJ had the better retorts. And when did you start wearing a wave cap? It's a very good look for you. You're welcome. The Canadian wasn't nice, so I figured I would be. I'm going with DJ on this one.
All right, we got 2 for Mitch, 1 for DJ. Let's hear what Kyle's got to say.
DJ, you're gay? No, I booked this battle. Mitch came, 12 hours? 12 hours from Canada to be here. Give it up for him. No, it's really awesome. This is his first in-person battle. He's a part of the Patreon community. He's battled, over Zoom, which is fucking stupid to me, but I think he thought so, too, so he drove 12 hours to be here. That said, I'm going to give it to DJ so you can get one more joke in while you're here. What are you guys ready for some sudden death?
All right, it's 2-2. That means it's sudden death. Sudden death. Sudden death. Sudden death. Sudden death. All right, since Mitch went first the first round, DJ's going first in sudden death.
So, I know that you asked your doctor to be on Ozempic, not for the properties or anything, but you kind of wanted to know what flavors they had. Like Jelly Roll.
DJ's father was an electrician, but the biggest shock of his life when he found DJ injecting a penis in his mouth.
We keep going.
Man, that battle was awesome for 5 jokes, and they clearly only wrote 5. So, judges, what do you got?
I thought those were both pretty bad and kind of a wash, if I'm being totally honest. So I will stick with my original vote of Mitch.
Mitch has got 1 or 2 more laughs than nothing, which is what DJ's got. So I think Mitch won that, and there's definitely no tariffs on pie.
Mitch won.
Yeah, DJ, you're very likable, and much improvement from last time you battled, so thanks so much. But you're very likable unless you're related to you. Mitch, congratulations on your first victory. Thanks for coming out.
Make some noise for both these guys. Mitch won, but DJ did awesome, so. That was awkward as shit. Sorry. All right. They will be fucking in the bathroom later, so. You guys ready for your next battle? These 2 are both locals from Cleveland. First up, make some noise for Nicole Rossa. And her opponent tonight, Simon Rogers. All right, come on. We've had 2 great battles. It's going to keep going. We got a few more left. Okay, because you're both local, I'm going to give it to Nicole. You want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
All right, Simon's going to go first. You guys know what time it is. Battle!
Battle! Battle! Battle! Battle! Yeah, I knew Nicole was going to ask for seconds. Nicole, it's really great of you to be getting out of your shift at Cracker Barrel as the waitress who calls everyone toots. And I just want to say, so Nicole is Romani, which means that historically she's pretty familiar with how to get roasted. But I will say, I'm not going to be too mean to her because I don't want to become a human sacrifice at the next Midsummer Festival.
You guys, I want you to give it up for Simon, the human equivalent of dress shoes without socks. Also known as everyone's least favorite K-pop band member.
So the Romani people are a nomadic people, and they're known for always being on the move. And clearly Nicole isn't honoring her heritage.
Bitch, I got 12,000 steps today. Fuck you.
But I think it's not too late to get on it. She can start by moving on from comedy after 17 years.
You guys, we're gathered here today for to put to rest the short and pathetic comedy career of Simon Rogers. In addition to being a comedian, he's also married to a doctor, right? Pretty good. And he considers himself a model and actor, which of course means, say it with me, he's a financial burden.
Someone had to be a model minority, all right? Man, Amy Schumer, you really fell off. Gosh. So I recently saw that Amy Schumer was actually offered a role in the Barbie movie, but she turned it down. It's okay that we have the next best thing. Everybody say, "Hi, Trailer Park Barbie."
I do have a trailer park tattoo. I'm not ashamed. I know y'all aren't ashamed in the front row either.
Started from the bottom.
All the way here in Cuyahoga Falls. Y'all, Simon is actually mixed race. A lot of people don't know this. He is 1/2 hair gel and 1/2 Axe body spray.
It's all fragrance to me. Nicole has a very difficult relationship with her parents.
They're dead, so yeah.
Her dad was a casino dealer, and so he got a lot of benefits, like 24/7 childcare, or as we call it, the buffet. And her mom was an alcoholic, which explains why they weren't very close. And by they, I mean Nicole's eyes.
Honestly, my eyes are pretty little and close together. You know all about that. Simon went to a very prestigious college in Boston. He studied both finance and theater. I didn't even know gay for pay was a major.
Had something to back it up. All right, thank you very much, Burley Temple.
Actually, I kind of love that. That's great.
Nicole looks like the love child between Miss Piggy and Big Bird.
I always felt Fozzie Bear, but sure.
All right, now that's got to be like a biological nightmare down there, right? She's Sesame in the streets, and please kill me in the sheets.
Y'all, Simon actually told me in his questionnaire that he is coming out as trans. I know. Not gender, actually. What it is that he's a Chinese man on the outside, but a white supremacist on the inside. You can always see him at Proud Boy rallies. He's the one holding open his eyes and mouthing, "Sorry, Mom."
Make some noise for these two. Not quite as much sexual tension as the last battle, but a little. We'll go to... He's married to a man or a woman? I think it was an unfair question. All right, we're going to go to the judges. Chris, what do you got?
Give it up for the middle school teacher and the exchange student. She got in trouble for fucking. It's on the news. Lifetime movie.
What happens in art class, baby?
Nicole does look like the teacher from Adam Sandler that was eating paste.
Miss Lippy.
Yes, from Adam Sandler, just from the man Adam Sandler, from the movie, Jesus Christ. I put down more marks on Simon, so he won. Or for me.
All right, Keith.
This is like the Karen who's like, "I want to see who made my iPhone." It's really impossible that somehow this is the sweatiest set of tits that have been next to my head the whole show. That was fun. You had I liked the burden joke a lot. Simon, you had some good shit. I felt bad because I felt like you did that Romani material, and they were like, "We don't know what that is." They were like, "Call them super Jews." But I thought your writing was exactly good enough to override how deeply unlikable you are. And I'm going to give it to Simon Rogers as well. Good fight, guys.
All right, so far we got 2 for Simon. Let's hear what Kyle's got to say.
I had Nicole. In this one. I thought she got bigger pops from the crowd because her jokes were dumber. I think you're too smart for what you did, Simon. I think these people are stupid. Nicole, you look like you can bake the fuck out of everything. I would love to eat some of your bakery. And I also thought you were the better roaster today, so I gave one to Nicole.
All right, that's 1 for Nicole. Jeremy, what do you got?
Yes, Kyle's right. Your race science jokes were genius. I also have Nicole winning this. I thought her retorts were better, And she came off better at the end of this, so let's do sudden death.
All right, you know what that means. Sudden death. All right, Nicole's going first this round. Simon's going second. Roast 'em!
All right. I recently learned that Simon went on a bachelor party weekend with his boys. So if you're ever wondering what the caboose of a gangbang looks like, here he is.
Had to get it in before the marriage, okay? I know I compared Nicole to a Barbie doll earlier, which isn't fair because her lifestyle is way too good for that. In a way, she's kind of an American Girl doll in a Cabbage Patch Kid body.
That was sudden death. Let's go back to the judges. Keith, what do you got?
You got Caboose, dude. That's Nicole.
Pawsey.
Yeah, Nicole.
Jay Shee.
Nicole.
Kaisi.
Simon.
All right. Make some noise. That was a great battle. Simon and Nicole were both very funny. Simon's jokes did start out too big. When he didn't say gypsy, I was like, they won't know what the fuck he's talking about. So, all right, you guys ready for your next battle? All right, we got a big one right now, and I'm not saying that metaphorically. First up from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, make some noise for Chris Scriva. And his opponent, he's a former champ. He's got red hair. Make some noise for Logan Rishaw. Okay, the way I've been doing it, he came from out of town, so you want to go first or second?
Let Logan go first.
All right, Logan's going to go first.
Hell yeah.
You guys know what time it is. Battle! Battle!
Chris used to run an open mic at a bar that was owned by a Nazi.
Hell yeah.
The Nazi owner made him stop because it made him rethink white supremacy. Don't worry, he found a great replacement. Hey, one guy.
Speaking of white people, Logan looks so Irish and so gay, he wakes up in the morning and goes, "Bottom of the morning to ya."
Last year, Chris quit his job to pursue comedy full-time. A lot of people didn't believe in him. But now he travels all over the Midwest, going to any venue you DoorDash food from.
I eat there too because I'm fat. All right. Logan grew up Lutheran. He's an atheist. What? Sorry, I just learned to speak English this morning. Rewind. Okay, we good? Logan grew up Lutheran. He's an atheist now. But I always thought he was Catholic because he just kind of looks kind of molested.
Chris is actually Ukrainian Catholic, so you can do whatever you want to him and his country.
Do you want to take my Crimea after the show, gay Logan? Logan said he grew up with 2 dogs, but they died of natural causes. Or as we like to call it in the biz, getting fucked to death by Logan.
What is more natural than that? If I had $1 for every pound that Chris weighed, I would have over $400, which is not a lot, but it is more dollars than Chris has.
Logan looks like if the Mythbusters guy had to prove or disprove that an adult raccoon could fit inside of his human asshole.
Busted.
You can fit 2.
Chris is engaged, and there's no wedding date set yet, but I'm sure whatever night it is, it will be an exciting and passionate night for the man that gets to cuck him.
You look like a human cuck chair.
You can sit on me anytime you want, buddy.
After the show. Logan tries to visit 2 new countries every year, which is super easy for his flexible schedule, as long as they aren't within 100 yards of a middle school. He diddles children. He touches babies with his hands. And penis.
Sorry I stepped on your diddles children tag there, Chris.
I'm a master craftsman.
You didn't get it. You were saying Logan's a pedophile. Anyways, all right, judges. Kyle, we'll start with you. What do you got?
This is a great battle between the mechanic and the guy that he ripped off on replacing his brakes. I thought it was fun. I think Chris edged him out with the Crimea rebuttal and the middle school travel joke. I thought was great. Logan had some fun ones too, but I think Chris edged him out.
All right, that's one for Scriva. Let's hear from Jeremy.
I loathe having to compliment Logan at all. But your first joke was way better than they gave it credit for. The rest of the battle, you suck dick. Chris wins.
All right, that's two for Chris Scriva. Let's hear what Paw's got to say.
I like how you set up that Logan looks molested, and then later he molested somebody, because that's how it goes. Hurt people, hurt people.
A vicious cycle, Chris.
It is. I got Scriva winning.
All right, well, Scriva's your winner. Let's hear what Keith's got to say.
I just, looking at Chris, it's like I always wondered what it would look like if somebody shaved the grimace. And I think fucking Special Ed Sheeran over there did a good job. Looks like the only leprechaun whose pot of gold comes in food stamps. But yeah, I am also going to give it to Scriva. But there was some fun shit all the way across. But Chris took this one.
All right, Scriva's your winner, but that was a great battle. Make some noise. All right, how you guys feeling so far? 2 battles left. All right, how you guys feeling? There's 2 battles left. Yeah. All right, your next battle. We got a local versus an out-of-towner. First from Chicago, make some noise for Rebecca Jaffe. And her opponent, former Ad Hom champion, make some noise for Brandon Petri. All right, I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing all night. Whoever came further gets to pick. You want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
All right. You know what time it is? Battle, battle, battle.
Put your hands together for Miss Rachel, everybody. Rebecca is deeply Jewish, and she is a music teacher. She teaches music to babies for a job. You guys might be familiar with some of her Jewish children's songs, such as Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star of David, The Farmer in the Deli, and The Wheels on the Bus Go to Auschwitz.
Aw, that was my favorite one for my mom to sing to me. Yeah. Everyone give it up for Peter Pansexual. He is looking for his Twinkerbell. But seriously, Brandon, you look like a vampire who drinks strawberry milk instead of blood.
I gotta get my calcium in there. God damn it. Thank you so much, Ashkenazi Aguilera. God damn, that's a mouthful. Rebecca looks like Walt Disney was asked to draw a very Down syndrome-ridden Chelsea Clinton.
Thank you so much, Third Reichel Sarah.
Hey.
Yeah. Brandon has scoliosis. That's what happens when you try to suck your own dick. So yeah, give a big hand for Mark Self-Zuckerberg.
Clearly I don't need a hand. I've been very successful at it. Thank you so much. Pass over Patsy Cline. Rebecca looks like she would star as the shy girl in the Disney Channel original movie Concentration Camp Rock.
Thank you so much, already Pete Davidson. Brandon has some really interesting tattoos. Brandon, I was wondering if you'd be willing to show your arm to the class.
take my shirt off. What am I, one of your students?
Yep, it's
sexy, right?
That is a skeleton in a suit. Apparently, he is transitioning from a man to a fruit roll-up.
Who wants to put their tongue on me? Is that it?
I can do another one if you'd like. You look like Spider-Man if he got bit by a radioactive gerbil.
You should see where I had the gerbil. All right, one more time for Shakira Shalom, everybody. Rebecca talks like AI, if the A stood for Asperger's.
I like that one.
So did the crowd.
Brandon is a college dropout. He reminds me of a Chicago snow day. Sad, white, and 0 degrees.
Thanks, Kosher Kesha. Rebecca is very Jewish and more than likely autistic, so there's nobody better with numbers, which is why at first glance, she could tell you exactly how many shoes are in the pile at the Holocaust Museum.
I like shoes.
So did your grandparents.
Brandon is a really big fan of the Cleveland Browns, which are the only Browns he will tolerate. No, I'm kidding. He's actually in a beautiful interracial relationship. Brandon proves that you can have a black wife and still seem racist just because of your face.
Represent. Represent.
That was a great battle. Let's hear what the judges have to say. We'll start with Jeremy this time.
Both of your voices are very unsettling.
I know, right?
I never want to hear you in any other context. This was very close, but I'm going to vote race over party and go Rebecca.
Big Kai.
This is a great battle between the guy who stood his date up at prom. Yeah, that sucked. Okay, it's okay. I'm not battling. I thought it was good. I thought, Brandon, you made everybody groan so much because, you know, and you didn't get the laughs that Rebecca got. But I still thought your jokes were good. The groans are as good as laughs to me. But yeah, I think Rebecca still edged you out with Zuckerberg. I thought it was good, though. I thought it was a good battle. But I give Rebecca the edge.
That's 2 for Rebecca. All right, Chris Paugh, what do you got?
You guys look like your siblings, but your parents are too. Rebecca winning by a hair with strawberry milk and Zuckerberg.
All right, so Rebecca's the winner, but let's hear what Keith has to say.
Rebecca, you're delightful. You're like if a QAnon homeschool mom had a Miss Frizzle. Like, today we're going inside the deep state. Brandon, you seem like you'd be at a bully full of at a school full of exclusively weak children. Like if Degrassi ever needed some wedgies handed out, that'd be your deal. I like those a lot. This is the first time the Jew is asked to see the tattoo and not the other way around. There it is. There it is. Anti-Semitism, the ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card as a comic. I am going to give it to Rebecca as well, but great work, both of you guys. That was a ton of fun.
All right, Rebecca's got the clean sweep. Great battle. That was awesome. Chris Paugh. You funny dude. I wanted to be like Jeremy Sheeran, call him Downs, Callie Fensel, and Sean Sullivan. But it's just for us. All right, we got one last battle left. You guys ready? This is the main event, so I'm going to need you guys hyped. First up. Yeah, they all died there. I need you hyped. Come on! Hell yeah. First up, because he's closest to the stage and he can't walk far. He's from Akron. He's a local favorite. Make some noise for Dave Herron!
Did somebody just say, holy shit? He's the fattest comic in Ohio.
I am Ohio's fattest comic.
And up next, the bearded lady.
Dave Herron is my favorite comedy monster, so right there. All right, and his opponent, you saw him earlier. He's LA's roast battle champion. Make some noise for Tom Goss. All right, so all night I've been having whoever came from further away get to pick, but fuck that, because Dave's from Akron. So Dave, you're going to go first or second? All right, Dave's going first. Tom's going second. You know what time it is. Battle!
Tom was in special ed as a child, but he was also raised Buddhist. So he was always practicing letting go of the animals he was strangling.
Dave looks like someone tried to blow a bubble made out of skin. Dave talks a lot about the MCU, which stands for My Cock is Unseeable.
Tom lived on the kitchen floor for 5 years, or what I'd like to call, why didn't I think of that? Little do they know that kitchen specialized in jerk chicken.
We're actually only battling tonight because I refused to solve Dave's 3 McGriddles. Dave's last name is Herron. Herron is a kind of bird, and this bird can fly too. He just needs to buy 3 airplane tickets.
That's a good one. Keep it going for shallow halitosis. Tom's breath is so spicy it started the California wildfires. Some people lost everything they owned in the evacuation. Luckily, 100% of Tom's belongings were already in a duffel bag.
Ooh, baby, slap it all over that thing. Make it nice and wet, nice and wet. Oh, yeah, put it on my stick. Put it on my stick. That is my impression of Dave watching somebody make a corn dog.
Maybe they could make a corn dog out of the stick in your ass. Keep it going for this handsome little groundhog. I like to call him Puxatani Phil Anselmo. Tom was in Pennsylvania on Thursday, and when he stepped outside, he saw a shadow. So you know what that means. 6 more weeks of Hoobastank.
Hey, guys, the Cleveland Cavs and Dave's Cavs. 2 Cavs that have not worked out since LeBron lived here.
Calves are the strongest muscles on my body.
No, that would be your jaw.
All right. Tom is German, Italian, Irish, Welsh, French, Dutch, English, and retarded.
Dave grew up a devout Catholic, and he actually reminds me a lot of the Bible. Like Jesus, he will die young.
He's had 2 of every animal inside of him, and no one from Hollywood believes in him.
Tom lost his voice defending that outfit.
Make some noise for these guys! All right, that was a hot battle. We're going to see what the judges think. We'll start with whoever looks ready. I'm going to go with Kyle. He's already got his decision made.
Thanks for coming out, Tom. I thought that was fun. Dave, you've been working really hard at this. But Tom, what did I write down? Comedy joke? That's fucking stupid. I don't know. Oh, the corn dog joke. I love the corn dog joke. I got hard. I think you had Dave out, and I really wanted to vote for Dave, but Tom, you're fucking one of the best, dude. Thanks for coming out and doing our show and spending the weekend here in Cleveland.
Yeah, make some noise for Tom. That's one for Tom. Let's hear what Jeremy's got to say.
I would like to thank the city of Los Angeles for sending us the ugly LA roast battlers. We're a very ugly city, and we don't like to feel inferior. That being said, I thought this was your night, Dave. Congratulations. So 1 for Dave.
1 for Dave, 1 for Tom. Chris Paugh.
I've battled Dave before, and it's creepy because he'll make eye contact with you, and he looks like Ed Norton. It's like that when Ed Norton gets arrested in American History X. And he's just staring at the camera. It's the exact look in Dave's eyes. He's doing it right now. It's making me really uncomfortable. I wrote down 3 jokes of Dave's that I really liked. I'm going to give it to Dave.
All right, that's 2 for Dave, 1 for Tom. Let's hear what Keith has to say.
Tom looks like a mechanic that only fixes rape fans. You have to forgive his voice. He's a little hoarse, which is also what he was kicked in the head by as a child. And Dave, you look like George Hard R.R. Martin. Like, sincerely, like, I've hung out with Dave a couple times this weekend, and I didn't realize how fat he was until right now, because, like, he's an optical illusion where if you're too close, you can't see the full curvature of him. I, like, was becoming a flat Daver for half of the fucking weekend. That was a tight one, because, look, I thought Tom was more consistent, 5 for 5 all the way across. The corn dog joke, fucking goddamn, that's unsettling. Truly. Not even Dave's arteries could get hard. But I will say, even though Dave dropped a couple, I loved the duffel bag joke. I loved Hoobastank. I loved that he found a really clever way to just call you retarded. What is it right now? It's if I voted Tom, that would set it to sudden death?
Yep.
And that's what we're going to do, sudden death.
You know what it is? Sudden death! Sudden death! Sudden death! All right. Kill him! Tom goes first.
Dave told me he eats like a toddler. Dave, what alive toddler eats like you? You look like you eat deep-fried children.
You know, some nights Tom bartends, other nights he bounces on penis.
All right, that's it. Make some noise for him again, yeah. We're going to go in reverse order to the judges. Keith, what do you got?
Fat beats gay. I'm giving it to Tom.
Pawsey.
Yeah, on that joke, Tom got it.
Shear.
Tom.
Fuck it, Dave.
All right. Well, Tom
Good
wins
battle.
3-1. Make some noise for them. It was a great battle. Thank you. Any final remarks, Kyle?
Tom and Keith were around when this show started. Now it's an international league. They came out all the way from LA to do this show. We've been trying to grow something here. So give it up for Keith and Tom for coming out all weekend and hanging out. They got shirts for sale. Buy their fucking shirts. I'm going to get fucking a little sentimental, dude. I'm not going to cry. Don't worry.
Is that just butter leaking out? What's happening?
No, years ago, these guys were on Comedy Central and doing the roast battle, and I've been a huge fan. And somebody who will remain nameless ghosted them when they had a show. I hit them up and tried to find them a venue to do a show, and nobody here trusted me to run a show, but these guys 2,000 miles away trusted me to run a show. Now we run this. We have the Rubber City Comedy Festival. We have a venue in Cleveland that we're running stuff. So thanks for fucking trusting me and making me change my trajectory. And you guys are a big part of my story. And thanks for coming out. Buy his fucking shirts, guys. That's what I'm trying to do. Thanks so much, guys.
Buy his shirt, and that's not a joke, Kyle. This is his fucking hero, so this is a big night for him. Make some noise and make it uncomfortable for them. Yeah! Thank you guys for coming out. We're going to be back here next month. Another roast battle here. Have a good night. Kyle, when's the next one?
Friday the 25th here at Rubber City. Or
Funny Stop.
And then there's, April 12th at Fort City Brewery in Cleveland.
April 12th, we're in Cleveland. We're back here April 25th, Friday night.
Follow us on social media, Roast Battle Cleveland, Funny Stop Comedy Club.